Welcome, everyone. Thanks for joining us today here in the office. And thank you, everyone online, for joining us. Hello. We're gathering here in the Centaur's offices in Albuquerque. And obviously, we have a number of folks joining us on the Zoom from virtually or maybe from our offices in Tucson at Pleasure Bed Tours. So as we gather, I just want to make sure everyone's able to get a good sampling of the papaya and the pineapple that we have, the macadamia nuts, and all the proper snacks to talk about this incredible 4-island Hawaii cruise. And so we have with us today Sarah, who has joined us from Norwegian. Hello, Sarah.
Hello. Yes. How are you all doing?
Great, thank you.
Great. So do you want me to go ahead and share my screen and get started?
Yeah, why don't we just go ahead and jump on in? I think everyone's here, and it does look like we've got a number of folks online. So go ahead and share your screen and take it away. Tell us all about this amazing cruise.
All right. This going. All right. So thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Sarah Stouter, and I am the Business Development Manager for Norwegian Cruise Line. I'm located in Texas, but I oversee the territories in Texas and New Mexico. So just thank you so much. And I'm going to go ahead and just jump right in. So let's start off by taking a look at why you should be choosing a cruise with Norwegian. And it really all has to do with this concept that we call freestyle cruising. So when we talk about freestyle cruising, I really want you just to sit back and imagine cruising just the way you want it to be, with no schedule to follow but your own. That's exactly what Norwegian's freestyle cruising provides on all of our ships and itineraries. Our award-winning ships are purposely designed for our guests to enjoy as they choose. So you get to kind of have the freedom and flexibility to design your cruise to your own personal likes as you sail with us throughout the world. You get to dine where you want, when you want, with no reservations required. And you also get to dress up or stay casual, as we have no required formal nights or mandatory dress codes in any of our main dining rooms, which is a feature that is unique to Norwegian. We have over 400 ports of call and a variety of embarkation ports, so we offer you the freedom and flexibility to travel the world. As you can see, we virtually cover the entire planet. So if there is somewhere you want to cruise, you can get there on a cruise with Norwegian Cruise Line. And then we also sail from 18 convenient departure ports across North America. So hopefully, no matter wherever you are located, we have a departure port that is easy for you to get to, making it easy for you guys to cruise with us. We are not in these departure ports in all 18. We are not here year round. We do move our ships quite a bit. We are seasonal in many of these destinations, but hopefully at some point throughout the year, you do have access to one of these cruise ports that you can cruise with us easily at some point. And so I'm going to dive into a little bit more of what it's like to cruise with Norwegian and what you get when you go on a Norwegian cruise. And so a cruise with Norwegian offers you incredible value through the amenities that we include with our Free at Sea promotion. Our Free at Sea amenities apply to the first 2 guests on any reservation, and they are, it pretty much is applicable to just about every single cruise you can book with us. So with our free airfare, we will the second guest will fly for free when you purchase air for 1 guest or the first guest on the reservation. So this includes round trip flights to and from where the cruise departs. You can fly in early if you choose to explore, maybe a couple of days before your cruise actually embarks. If you're a solo traveler or cruising solo, you actually receive a 50% discount on your airfare instead of the buy one, get one half off. I will mention our buy one, get one air promotion does not allow you to fly as a group. So that's why this particular offer won't be utilized for this Hawaii cruise, because you guys will be traveling together and flying as a group. And unfortunately, the way our buy one, get one promotion is set up, it's just not possible to do it as a group. In Hawaii in particular, our Hawaii beverage package is included with your cruise. It includes all beverages on the ship up to $15. And so this would include sodas, fresh squeezed juices, bottled waters, specialty coffees in the dining rooms, and then of course, any alcoholic beers, wines, cocktails that are $15. If you happen to maybe buy a premium cocktail that ends up going over that $15 limit, they just charge you the difference to your shipboard account. So say if the drink came out to be $17, you would see a $2 charge on your onboard account for that overage past the $15 minimum or limit. In Hawaii, one thing that is, I guess, just to be aware of when it comes to the drink packages on the cruise, the state of Hawaii does have a tax on alcohol. So while you are in the 4 ports, you will see a small charge for each drink that you purchase for that sales tax on the alcoholic beverages you order just while you're in port. So I just mention that just so people are aware. It's really minor, but it's just something to know. That's good to know ahead of time. So with our free specialty dining, you get to save and savor free meals at any of our specialty dining venues on board. The number of meals that are included really depend on the length of your cruise and what stateroom category you book. But just as an example, a 7-night cruise in a balcony stateroom would include 2 nights of specialty dining for guests 1 and 2 on the reservation. So you and your travel companion could pick any 2 restaurants to go dine at any point in the cruise, and that would be included with your cruise fare. So with our free excursions, the way that works is you actually save $50 per shore excursion, per stateroom, per port. So the more ports you have on your itinerary, the more money you can save. You get to save on each excursion you book. The credit is applied to the excursion booked by guest 1 on the reservation. And then I guess the reason we call it a free excursion is even though it's a $50 credit, we do have some excursions that are only $49. So if you chose one of those excursions, then that is where that excursion would be free for the first guest who booked it. With the free Wi-Fi, we provide complimentary Wi-Fi access that you can use anywhere on the ship. The amount of Wi-Fi that is included varies depending on how long the cruise is. But I believe for a 7-night cruise, as an example, you get each guest, so the first and second guest would get 150 minutes of complimentary Wi-Fi included with their cruise fare. And then this last one, the third and fourth guests, you can save up to $1,000 with the free third and fourth guests when they're booked into the same stateroom. Unlike kind of the first 5 options I mentioned, the third and fourth guest is only on select sailings only. So we do not offer this on every sailing. There are very particular itineraries and sail dates that will qualify for this. But it is a good option when you can find it. So taking a look at our just sort of what our onboard experience is like when you cruise with us. So as far as what you can expect on board, guests are welcomed aboard with a variety of complimentary and specialty dining options. We have a wide variety of entertainment that ranges from live music to comedy shows to full-blown Broadway productions. And our ships feature a range of accommodations that are perfect for any traveler, including stateroom categories that are actually specifically designed for solo travelers. We offer a variety of onboard experiences for everything from thrilling racetrack drives to relaxing treatments at our Mandara Spa. I think one of the unique things about Norwegian is we truly do have something for everybody on board our ships. So as I mentioned, when you cruise with us, as far as entertainment on board Norwegian, we offer Broadway hits and exclusive productions. We have some of our headliner shows are things like Jersey Boys, Footloose, Choir of Man. We just have some really fantastic productions that we are able to put on board our ships. But then we also offer live music and comedy shows. Those are always very popular. And then we've partnered with game shows like Wheel of Fortune, Deal or No Deal, and The Price is Right to give our guests opportunity to participate in these interactive game shows on board our ships, which is always a lot of fun. As far as dining with Norwegian Cruise Line, all of our ships feature just a variety of options. Every ship has multiple complimentary dining venues. And then we also offer the choice of dining at one of our many specialty restaurants on board. So all of our ships have basically a handful of both the complimentary and the specialty dining. Many of our restaurants actually feature both indoor and outdoor seating options, depending on what it is that you prefer. And then one of the biggest perks and one of the things just we are known for at Norwegian is that we have no set dining times or dress codes in our main dining rooms. If you're one of those people who likes having a reservation and likes the consistency of, that set dining, you are always welcome to make a reservation. You can actually do that even before you get on the ship. But if you are one of those people who enjoy eating just whenever you feel like it, reservations are not required. So you really do have the freedom and flexibility to dine the way you want when you cruise with Norwegian. And then lastly, our ships offer some of the most exhilarating onboard experiences at sea. We have our Speedway racetrack that is seen in a lot of our videos and commercials, and we have our kids' aqua parks. We have virtual reality gaming in the Galaxy Pavilion. We have putt-putt. We have pretty much something for everybody to enjoy on board our ships, like across our fleet. So let's go ahead and take a look at our Hawaii cruise. I am going to start off with a little video that kind of gives you an overview of what this cruise is like, just to kind of start things off. All right, I don't know about you, but that video makes me want to be in Hawaii right now. So in Hawaii, we offer a one-of-a-kind 7-day cruise from Honolulu on our ship, the Pride of America. You get to explore an island every day of your vacation, and that's one of the things that makes our itinerary unique. It features 2 overnight stays in Maui as well as Kauai, giving you even more time to discover the best that the Hawaiian Islands have to offer. We're going to take a look at each port of call on this itinerary, and we're going to start with Maui. Maui has over 30 miles of beautiful beaches, as well as some of the world's best snorkeling. It also it's beautiful scenery. It really does have something for everyone. You can go soak in the sun out on the beach if that is what you prefer, or you can go for a dive in just the most perfect blue water you'll ever see, or even take a drive along the scenic coast on Maui's famous road to Hana. I have been to Maui. It is one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen in my life. And one of the things I love about our itinerary is the fact that you get 2 days with that overnight, you get 2 days to explore everything that Maui has to offer. If volcanoes are on your list, then Hilo is the port where you will want to see them. Spectacular volcanoes, craters, there's steam vents all that waiting to be explored at Hawaii Volcanoes National Park. And then if active volcanoes happen to not be your thing, the Gila region is also blessed with dramatic waterfalls, fertile rainforest, and blooming gardens that you can go enjoy as an alternative. Kona is our Tinder port, and it's famous for its bold coffee, vivid history, scenic coast, and rich sea life. You can visit one of Kona's coffee farms to get a taste of how it's made, or you can even enjoy an afternoon exploring the ocean while you snorkel in Kona's calm, clear waters. And just to clarify, when I say a Tinder port, if you aren't familiar with what that means, at most of these ports of call, our ship will actually dock at a pier, and you will be able just to walk off and walk up the pier to go into the port. When we Tinder, that is when we anchor off the coast of the island, and then we will use our little Tinder boats that will pull up to the side of the ship, and we will take you by boat back and forth to the island. But Kona is, it is the only Tinder port on this itinerary, but that is just to explain that in a little more detail for you. And then Kauai is the last. It is nicknamed the Garden Isle. It is a beautiful green island thanks to the tropical rainforest that covers basically its entire surface. There are dramatic cliffs and pinnacles of the Nepali coast, which have been featured in, many major movies, films, TV shows. It's very likely if you have seen any sort of movie that had a beautiful tropical background, it was probably viewed here. There are excursions that allow you to soak in the views on a beautiful hike, or you can even view them above on a helicopter tour. We do have lots of options available. And while I mentioned there's a few things kind of in each port that are highlights for each port of call, we really do offer a very wide variety of excursions for you, depending on what you like to do and how you want to explore. So once your cruise is booked, you will get access to what we call your cruise planner. Excursions will get posted in your cruise planner around 6 months prior to departure. I always recommend to start checking on excursions, 4 to 5 months in advance, because very popular excursions do sell out early. So you don't want to wait until the last minute to book your excursions. And then as you're shopping in the cruise planner, it's important to note each excursion will note the recommended activity level, kind of from leisurely to very active. So you just want to make sure that you make a note of that so that you're picking the best excursion for your comfort level based on how you want to tour and travel as you're planning some of those extra activities. So let's take a look at our ship, our Hawaii ship, the Pride of America. We always say that she is in a class of her own because there is no other ship like her in our fleet. The Pride of America is designed specifically for Hawaii with a higher proportion of balcony staterooms and suites on board, allowing you more opportunity to soak in all the amazing island views from the comfort of your own private balcony. She is the only large ship in the cruise industry that was built in the United States, which is why she is the only ship that is allowed to sail around the Hawaiian Islands without stopping at an international port of call. And so that is just due to U.S. Laws and regulations that all the other cruise ships for virtually every other cruise line and even the rest of the cruises in our ships in our fleet, they're all built overseas and they are foreign flagged ships. Therefore, when they cruise to the United States, they always have to stop at a foreign port of call, which is always why, say, our Seattle itineraries always stop at Victoria, British Columbia briefly, just to keep in line with the rules and regulations. But Hawaii, because the Pride was built in America, she is the lone exception to that law and is why she is the only ship that gets to do what she does. So this is a look at, I'm going to just go through some of the different stateroom categories that you can, and different accommodations. So this is a look at our penthouse with large balcony. This will be one of our largest rooms. You can see it's incredibly spacious, has a huge, beautiful private deck or private balcony with those lounge chairs out there on the deck. It really is, if you are looking to have more space to relax and just really soak in the views, these style staterooms will definitely fit that bill. This is an example of a standard ocean view room with a picture window. So you can see it just comes with one large window instead of, I'll scroll to this option, is a similar style room, but you see instead of the picture window for our balcony rooms, we have floor to ceiling glass doors that will open up to your own private balcony that really will allow you to just sit out there, enjoy the incredible views, just sitting in your own comfort of your own private balcony. And then lastly, if you do need rooms that accommodate even more people, we have rooms that can accommodate large families, whatever whatever your needs are. We usually can come up with combinations of rooms to fit the bill to accommodate your needs. And so you can always work with your travel agent to help them find the perfect room for you, because they will be able to just go through all those details and find what will be best to fit your needs and your budget and make this the best experience possible for you. The Pride of America features 6 complimentary dining venues on board, plus we serve light bites in our studio lounge for a 7th complimentary option. But as you can see, that is a wide variety of included options for you to choose from. We have 2 main dining rooms called the Skyline and the Liberty. And then in this picture here is our Cadillac Diner, which is like an American diner themed restaurant. We also have the Key West Bar and Grill and the Aloha Cafe, which is what we call our buffet, to round out the rest of our complimentary options. And then this is a picture of the Skyline restaurant. So one of our main dining rooms. This is just the perfect setting to sit and enjoy a lunch or a dinner with the beauty of the Hawaiian Islands, literally making the perfect backdrop as you sail by. I think I don't think I would miss a meal in here, knowing that it just, with those kind of views, it would really make for an enjoyable experience. So as I mentioned with our Free at Sea promotion, it does include complimentary access to some of our specialty dining venues on board. So the Pride of America also features an additional 6 specialty restaurants and 1 specialty dessert option. The specialty dessert is called Dolce Gelato. If you don't want to pay for gelato, there is always complimentary ice cream in the buffet, and you can always get desserts at dinner in the main dining room as well that are included. Our specialty restaurants offer a variety of cuisine, from La Cucina, which is the one pictured here. It's an Italian restaurant, to Jefferson's Bistro, which is French, Cagney's Steakhouse, which is one of my personal favorites. And then we also have a Japanese style hibachi that we serve called teppanyaki. With the specialty restaurants, I do recommend, if there is one you really are wanting to make sure that you get to eat at, that you do make reservations prior to getting on the ship. You can always change them if you need to change the time, or if your schedule changes and it ends up needing to be adjusted. You can always try and change it once you're on board, but I would just plan ahead, since everybody on the ship likely has those Free at Sea amenities. Then everyone is going to have access to specialty dining, and we just want to make sure that I guess that would be my tip, to make sure you get to eat where you want, is to maybe set a reservation for that in advance. This picture right here on this next slide, this is our authentic Brazilian restaurant, Moderno. This is also a specialty restaurant. This is a really fun one on board the Pride. Again, amazing views out the windows. This is an all-you-can-eat venue that features a variety of slow-roasted meats that are carved tableside right there at your table. You receive a card that has 2 sides to it. It has a red side and a green side when you sit down. And as long as that green side is turned up on your table, they are going to just keep bringing you all the food you can imagine. And then once you decide you need a break, or you're done eating altogether, you can just flip it over to that red side, and then they will stop at least bringing the food by. But it really is a fun experience if you are wanting to try this while on the Pride. As far as bars and lounges and sort of nightlife and things, there's plenty of opportunities. The Pride features 10 different bars and lounges on board the ship. So there's just a lot of opportunities to go somewhere, grab a drink, enjoy some music, or even dance the night away, whatever it is you prefer. We have a lot of different opportunities for you to just enjoy some nightlife on board the ship. This is a picture of the for the coffee lovers, the John Adams Coffee Bar located in our atrium. So this is where you'd go to grab a drink while you're watching those the entertainment or the activities that tend to go on in the main atrium area of the ship. It's always very lively. There's always something going on there. And so it's a great place to go be social, grab a drink, hang out, or make new friends. And then the as far as entertainment for the Pride of America, there are a variety of options for you to enjoy on board. You will actually, each day you're on your cruise, you're going to receive a copy of what we call our Freestyle Daily. And this is going to be sort of a little brochure that is going to list every single activity for the day into the night and where it is happening, so you know at any given time what is going on anywhere on the ship. So when all of for the music at night, for the headliner shows, for the comedy acts, those will all be listed in your Freestyle Daily, and you can always have that handy, because in addition to the paper copy that they'll always put in your room, the Freestyle Daily activities can also you can download our Norwegian Cruise Line app. Which is, if you have a smartphone, it's an app that you download to your phone, and then we load all of that content also into the app, so that that you always, that between either the paper copy or your phone, you can always have a handy access to all of the enrichment activities, the nightlife, the shows. When certain restaurants are opened or closed, we put all of that in one convenient location for you guys to have handy every day of your cruise. And then lastly, this is our main pool deck. So when you're out there wanting to enjoy some fun and sun, maybe a deck party, this is our South Beach pool. In case you haven't picked up, many of our venues on board, it's all American themed. We call her the Pride of America because everything about her is themed for our great country, and we have some amazing and some fun and unique venues on board that are all themed for different places and different, I guess, landmarks across our country. And it really is just fun. But our pool deck, obviously, you can see two beautiful pools, tons of space to relax and lounge. And of course, as you can see in the backdrop, soak in the incredible views of the Hawaiian Islands as you sail around for the most beautiful islands in the world. So I just want to thank you all for your time and for listening in on this presentation. I truly hope that you all get to experience the beauty of Hawaii on board our ship. It is an amazing experience. I think they said there might be some questions, and so I am happy to take time for some questions for anyone who has them.
Yeah, thank you for running us through everything, and folks here in the room, wondering if anybody has any questions about the cruise itself, timelines, anything about Hawaii in particular. We're happy to answer anything you might have. Or of course, if folks are online, you can either unmute yourself and raise your hand and ask, or you can pop into the chat. We're monitoring that online as well. But it doesn't look like there's a whole lot of questions. I think we learned everything we could possibly want to learn about the opportunity here.
Yes.
So this is great.
If something ever comes up after the fact, they can always ask their travel agent. I am an email away. You know, I can answer any questions after the fact and then get that information back over to you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, we have all the information on our site, either on the Sun Tours site for the folks here, or online, or Pleasure Bed Tours as well. That is the Hawaii 4 Island Cruise on I believe it's April is the departure. is that correct?
February.
February. Thank you.
February 20th through March 7th.
February 20th through March 2nd. That's the specific dates. So just want to flag that. But yes, if anyone has any additional questions or not, we'll go ahead and wrap it up. But again, thank you for joining us today. And please do reach out to us for any questions, for bookings, or for additional information. Thank you guys for joining us here today in the office.
All right. You guys have an enjoyable afternoon.
You as well. Thanks, Sarah.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.